Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you can see it and purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. Today, we're discussing a 2014 Baselworld launch. This is the Arnold and Son UTTE ultra-thin tourbillon escapement, red gold and 42 millimeters in diameter. This one stuns with a case profile of only 8.6 millimeters thickness. The watch is 42 millimeters in diameter, but it doesn't wear that because it features short-cropped and tightly downturned lugs, and you can really see their camber and arc from the side. They span only 46 millimeters across the wrist, which means this is a 42 millimeter flying tourbillon watch that I can recommend in red gold for a wrist as small as 14 centimeters circumference, maybe even 13.5 centimeters circumference. The spacing between the lugs, however, is a contemporary 22 millimeters, so it has a handsome broad stance and footing on the wrist. The strap is a handsome piece, and when I talk about this watch being ideal for smaller wrists, the strap is part of the equation. There's a curved spring bar that allows the case to be drilled relatively close. You can see how close the lugs are drilled to the case, but because of that curved spring bar, you can move the strap without constraint against the case flank, pulling it down tightly around the curve of a small wrist. The fit is perfect, even though the strap is substantial. Medium brown, large rectangular alligator leather. You can see that it's a semi-gloss finish with a monotone stitch, and it has a thick but folded edge profile with a calfskin underlay. Arnold and Son factory strap. You can see it's in outstanding condition, and the timepiece matched with a simple but Arnold and Son branded pin buckle. I appreciate the fact that there's a relieved Arnold and Son logo on a blasted base. That's handsome. Also note this, there's a little kerf for the pin part of the pin buckle within the buckle portion. Attention to detail runs strong with this one. And note, the flank of the buckle even parallels the curvature of the lugs. Now the lugs are short-cropped, tightly turned, and physically strong. Visually, they have a sculptural form that's separate from the case. They're not like Portuguese or Calatrava integrated lugs. They do have a presence and a personality all their own. Now, I mentioned the relieved logo on the buckle. Here it is again on the crown. A blasted base and a polished and relieved Arnold and Son logo. Very impressive work by Arnold and Son. Now, the reason this tourbillon isn't operating is because I wanted you to share in the fun of seeing the tourbillon regulator come to life as I wind it. So I wanted you to be able to see it stationary, and you can see the black polish on components as well as the mirrored anglage on the edges of the silvered components. But now, let's wind it. Let's make the magic happen. Now the watch features an Arnold and Son flying tourbillon manufacturer caliber 8200. It has a manual wind 90-hour power reserve, and it beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. You want to shake it and you start it up. That's the way it is with tourbillon watches. Now this one will run for 90 hours, beaten away at 3 Hertz. You can see that it features a full bridge on the reverse side, and it's adjusted in a chronometer like 5 positions. So impressive tuning. It's not just a good looking mechanism, it is a precise mechanism. Every tourbillon should keep good time. Unfortunately, not all of them are so excruciatingly adjusted. The bridge braces the tourbillon robustly, but it also features freehand engraving. Now, if you've seen my review of the Palladium version of this watch, you'll note that the Palladium version does not feature the hand engraved bridge, so this is a special privilege of red gold. Also note the Côte de Soleil across the bridge is radiating out from the center of the imaginary center of the tourbillon. All of the edges of all the bridges, and you can really see it here, have a mirrored rounded chamfer or anglage, and you can see the like in the cutaways of the train that runs down from the barrel to the tourbillon, but you can also see it in the jewel and screw countersinks. The screws, by the way, and you can see them to good advantage from this angle, are all kiln-fired blue oxidized. They are not chemically dyed. This is a watch that features all of the toys, and on top of that, it is slim. This is a tourbillon caliber that measures only 2.97 millimeters thick in a watch that measures only 8.6 millimeters thick. How thin is that? Well, let's compare it to something that's well known for its slender elegance. Compare it to a Patek Philippe Aquanaut. Now, the Patek Philippe Aquanaut is only about 8.4 millimeters thick. I've measured them before between 8.4 and 8.2, and you can see this Arnold and Son is effectively as thin and graceful and even shorter from lug to lug than an Aquanaut. So yes, you can have a large gold, high horology watch with a 90-hour power reserve and a flying tourbillon, and it can fit underneath a shirt cuff. You can see this extraordinary watch with its hand-finished, hand-adjusted 29-jewel 90-hour flying tourbillon caliber and make it yours on the watch box.